Lina so much, there are two reasons. One, for the burst damage, of course. Being able to kill someone really quickly is always useful. But also for the fact that you trade hits better than almost any other support in the game. Like, even Silencer doesn't have anything on Lina's trading. So.
Look at the TPs.
Yep.
2 TPs out. Faith so quick to the bottom. And Luo so quick to the top. They are really wanting to win this Vision game against Fnatic. And we should welcome everyone in from the main live stream. So greetings to all as we go into game number 2. Invictus Gaming up against Fnatic. I am W1, joined by Wago. We will be your casters for this game.
Yeah. Greetings and salutations, Dota lovers.
Rest in peace, AC. Shout out to
He's fine. He's fine.
He's really happy. He's in a comfortable position of life.
Yeah. So, as you said, the TP out to drop these wards, very nice by IG. So they have perfect information of the lanes already, whereas Fnatic still kind of just looking around trying to find any information. They haven't seen anyone top. They did not see the gyrocopter bottom, even though they just barely...
I love how deep they put that top ward too. Yeah. Like if you're running up late, maybe you're going to ward a little bit further down, but actually having that ward up on the high side and to the right, you see deeper into the jungle, and you just have some good fun that way.
Yeah.
Like you see the ganks before they really arrive, and you probably maybe get a glimpse of the CM's levels.
Yeah, it's a very nice ward. I like it a lot.
Can't believe CM no Arcanum.
She actually doesn't. Well, at least we don't have to see that annoying puppy from running around. I don't like the creatures, Toby. No creatures in my Dota. What the hell? Pets? What is this?
It's called My Little Pony.
Oh god.
Okay, so the Observer Ward once again being planted. Like this is now our second time today.
Yeah.
We're seeing this very early ward being planted, watching the mid lane.
Popular spot indeed. And yeah, before it helped them a lot when it was who was it? Faith playing the bounty hunter who dropped those wards? Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Against the Secret, which was very nice, but it did still not manage to win the game for them. But it was really nice for mid lane.
Yeah. But this time the shoe's on the other foot.
And the same matchup mid as well. Bloodseeker
the Bloodseeker versus that. Oh, top lane. Real trouble for Luo. KOXY looks like he started off with his stun and Johnny, also with a paralyzing cask, and they're just pushing him out as far back as they possibly can. There's no one else coming apart from, well, actually, yeah, there is. It's Chorn up the lane, throws the sentry ward, but there's no orbs there.
Yeah, there's nothing there. And I miss it. And meanwhile, just trying to focus, you know me, priorities. I'm looking at mid lane mostly for the laning. Mushi playing a very nice TA here, just harassing Ferrari a lot with the side blades. He definitely did a good job so far, as Bloodseeker struggling a little bit.
Just a little bit, but as long as he can still find the last hits, like the regeneration battle between Mushi, like Mushi relies more heavily on his bottle, which he doesn't have because he went for the early Wraith Band.
Yeah.
But Ferrari, like, you got the 2 points up in the Thirst. He's having a very, very fun time here in the mid.
It can get very scary when people go low HP on the other lanes, and Ohio on bottom lane
like
is
that
really
position.
Low. Yeah, exactly.
He's actually salving earlier than he might have done previously, just because of the advantage to Ferrari.
Oh yeah, I mean that's definitely a thing you call out when you're playing a game like this and you notice that the Bloodseeker is just going ham. You're like, guys, what are you doing? Please just salve up, stay high on HP, and do not run around with like 200 HP. Because it's going to win the Bloodseeker's lane when you do that.
Where's Kerchak headed? Initially it looked like he was going to try and contest for the 2-minute rune on top. In the end it's going to be in favor of Chorn, the DD. But he's wasting a lot of time where he could be stacking / farming the Dire jungle.
Yeah, actually. He could have been farming a little bit more. I like, when you're running a jungle CM like this, what I like to do is to try one smoke gang and just make sure that that one works, and all the other time just farm as effectively and efficiently as possible. Because else, if you're kind of thinking about ganging every now and then, you find yourself not farming very quickly in the jungle at all. This is from watching a lot of Puppy games and Ake games as well, jungle CM.
Yeah. We give massive props to KYXY. Like, this lane couldn't have been easy to start with, but he's managed to find 12 CS with 2 denies.
Yeah, but the DD Wyvern now really just marking his territory, running up. But of course, in the end, it runs out of time. So they finally got D-ward D-pull. Very nice D-ward by Johnny. Actually, first sentry gets it. And not a common spot as well. So really understanding the words of IG.
IG. So your bottom lane's looking good for Burning. He's the highest CS on the board. Wraith King is slowly keeping up with him. So that I don't think there's too much to read into. Faith maybe a little bit more trouble, as Ohio as well as Faith just play around in the jungle. the middle lanes, Mushy, 16-7, up against the 12-3 of Ferrari. Everything looks fairly even on that front. And then the off-lane, Luo, it's not quick levels because you've got Chuan having to stand with him, but he's finding really good CS in the lane.
Yeah,
compared to
is.
the off-laner of Fnatic, who is walking around at 5-0, and that's Ohio's Tusker.
Yeah, Tusker is really being bullied away. He's having a very tough time, so I don't know what he's supposed to do as well. If no pulls are being done by the Lina, where is he meant to go? They have good lane ward, showing wherever he walks. It's that early vision that IG TP'd out to drop.
Can't leech much experience.
So,
Kerchik,
just gonna check the rune.
where are you? Okay, they're actually going to battle for the top rune, and Kerchik's going to be able to grab it. It's just the bounty.
Yeah. Tron, of course, canceling the clarity at least of the Crystal Maiden, but not much more to do, and she's always full, or she's already full mana. Faith gonna be initiated upon here by the Tusker, doing a good job harassing her. He has the snowball.
Yeah, but because his Light Striker rate missed, Faith doesn't have the extra space for himself. Now he's going to back off cooldown again. Hits an Ohio and Burning rotating in. Meanwhile, it's actually First Blood up on the top lane. The Winter Wyvern Ohio, is there even more damage to kill him off here? Burning, yep, there's another Rocket Barrage. They will finally get the kill.
10-1, baby.
And it was Wyvern who died. Rex marked the spot right there, up on the top.
Yeah, very good to find that kill. Wraith King is a very strong laner in that regard. His stun is really, really useful. He has 2-second duration on every level and 2-second slow afterwards, dealing quite a lot of damage as well. So, very useful skill.
A very passive early start to the game too.
Yeah.
You get 1-1 and we only just get the kills now.
But then came the dives, a little bit of fighting, and then Gyrocopter went pew-pew.
That's all it needs to do early on.
Yeah, maybe they will try mid now with the Rupture. They do throw the Rupture on Mushi. He's gonna try and run away. Of course, level 1 Rupture is not super strong. He has the Salve, he can keep running.
Oh no, the Salve got cancelled. Chuan's on the chase here. They're going to snowball in. Ferrari a little bit too deep, but then they called him Brazen. Ferrari kept alive. Mushy still with defensive refraction charges. Now he's going to run out of them. Winter Wyvern getting the kill.
Nice
Faith
punish.
so deep here.
Body
and
blocks.
Kerchik body blocking up Chuan. So Tusker could find himself one kill. In fact, another one there.
What a nice support player, just giving that away to Ohio as well. Because he could have very easily just attacked and taken that kill, but he's like, nah, I'm just going to hold you in place with my body block right here. Nice play there overall, and just unfortunate for TA. Could have kept running, because level 1 Rupture doesn't deal enough damage to cancel Salve. So he could have kept running, and he would actually have probably lived there. But still, an amazing punish for him, regardless.
And things are going to start to get a little tight now with Fnatic getting a couple of these kills. The Golden Experience is going to swing back their way.
Yeah.
And Ferraris can be careful in mid. The Observers and Sentries, the supports being involved in kills, they're finding more and more farm, which means more and more vision and support
Attempts
items.
on top lane again.
They have another crack. It's the stun on Luo, paralyzing Cask and Malediction. Luo's dead. Battery Assault and 6 times to keep him alive, but he can bring KYXY with him. He's trying to cut out the cogs, and the support TP in is actually going to give Burning the level. So, okay, there's your ulti from Burning, slowing down KYXY. They've got a little bit more slow because of Chuan. Johnny trying to help out with a paralyzing Cask, bouncing over to Chuan. He's actually dodging the creep wave. And KYXY keeping him up. Where's the slow? Where's the splitter? There it is. KYXY slowed down Chuan. The TP out by KYXY will be successful, but Ferrari, you can't even chase after Johnny. They TP'd up and they couldn't find any collateral.
Yeah, that's very nice for Fnatic, managing to get out of there. They could maybe have had an idea to turn there, but very smart to keep running as Bloodseeker was TPing out. I did not see that. So, very well done, and Fnatic get away. And of course, that's wasted time for Ferrari. Meanwhile, Mushi is just pushing the mid tower. And Ohio even is finding space on bottom.
Having good times for Fnatic all across the board.
Yeah.
They still have to be concerned about Burning. Like, more than anything else, they have to be worried about him. But the flash farming isn't on the same level as what we saw with, like, Secret earlier on, where you just move around from stack to stack.
Yeah, he's not completely uncontested. So, this game, he does have the top farm, but yeah.
Luo. The Cogs trying to protect him, but Ohio has the snowballs down. Johnny can't keep up with him, however. And if they hit the Death Ward, Fnatic would have had that kill, but the level 6 isn't there for him just yet.
Yeah, not just yet.
Kerchik could help him out. He could just, like, frostbite the Alpha Wolf and let him take the experience.
But they're gonna try on Wraith King top. They know he doesn't have ulti. They just Rupture him now. Look at how close Ferrari is hiding.
Oh, there's your Rupture. And KOXY just running it off. He does have 2
No
one-shots,
TP,
now the Blood
he is
Right
dead.
burning. The call down as well. The TP started, but they ended up cancelling that one.
They would have to TP so much sooner.
Because they're going bottom lane. They're after Luo. Hook shot up. He wants to try and cogs him back and actually lock him in range of the tower. Luo will die here, but maybe not with the cold embrace. The malediction's not doing the work, and the battery assault with Chuan behind him. The slave comes in from Faith. He'll find one of the kills. Luo should still be careful with his life. With that backup. Well,
be a little bit
Ferrari.
careful.
Okay, yeah, Mushy. He's got a lot of power there.
Plus he can always so fast hero. Like just with treads and people not even being that low HP, he's still 400 movement speed. So he can be very aggressive. Top tower gets brought down by Burning, gets the last hit as well. So very nice for him. The Ancients are actually blocked now by Faith. So he walked there and checked it.
Scouting it out means too, the Burning should be making his way over.
Yeah, at least they will keep tabs on where the TA is moving and when she will go there to clear it. Should be around this timing anyway.
I remember casting the ESL 1 Chinese qualifiers, and like moments like this in Chinese Dota, when you get a whole bunch of like ancient stacks, you move over and contest it straight away. We actually had a lot of bloodbath during that tournament just because of that.
Yeah, definitely. It's an important objective. And bottom here we see Ohio.
Hook shot in 2.
Yeah,
he can actually have a crack at this if he really wants to. Snowball's going to slow it down, but a hook shot up into a battery assault, and Ohio sends him up in the air, but the battery assault doesn't work. Even Cogs pushing Mushy back.
Yeah, he could maybe have snowballed and delayed it, but he would still have died regardless, so nothing to do there really. He just got caught out by the Clockwork.
Easy gold.
He's the superior offlaner.
Speaking of that,
is very popular right now.
Mushy's going for the pull.
Yep, and now with the Clockwork Hook being used anyway, he might just try for this, but of course he tried to stack it, did not work.
No. But the Rocket had a look at it anyway.
Yeah, so he's just gonna respect and not go for the Ancients right away. But that's good enough for IG. They just want to delay this. They don't want him to farm up that much already.
And anytime he moves out of lane, if Templar Assassin's not finding farm, that's good. Moves into the dire jungle, but there's no... Like, there's one stack that's actually here. We've got Satyrs, Ogres, yeah, and Centaurs. There's actually multiples in there.
Yeah, there are some, but there's... I mean, that's not the same as farming Ancients, though. You get so much more out of it.
Yep.
But right now, what I'm looking at more on the side of Fnatic is that they keep farming up the Wraith King. He needs to recover after dying there before and kind of being sacrificed when everyone went bottom. So he needs to get up that Midas and then just snowball farm.
Smoke move time.
Yeah.
The Courier is just sitting over the
Both
top
teams.
They realize Kerchakimber is up there after they threw down the observable, but Mushy's the man coming in through the trees. Mel's to start with. There goes your Burn out. They won't know where Mushy is. They ping it exactly, however. They realize that he has to be in the trees here somewhere. But where's the detection? You're going to cog, but he's right in the middle of it, so he doesn't reveal Mushy at all.
Yeah, if it pushed him, he actually would have gotten out of the melt. That was unfortunate.
Sentry was even being planted down by the dire side. It's in case there's any vision behind him. Ohio and Johnny saw Luo walk into the tree line, and now they snowball quickly. Deathward as well. Luo, a quick hook shot, but he can't really do much more. There's no Laguna Blade from the lead, so she can't find that quick pick off over on the Tusker. Meanwhile, Ferrari having been put into the cold embrace with the paralyzing casting, not going to cause problems. There was a triple light strike array from Faith. One more attack, actually the melee creep finishes off the Crystal Maiden. Faith will die at the river, and this is not where they want to be. KOXY still has reincarnation, so killing him off is not possible, and they lost 3 for 1.
Yeah, I mean, Burning lives, but they have to run away from this, only killing a Crystal Maiden, and now they're going to lose a tower as well, so this is not great.
Oh,
they're getting snowballed, no mana, he's so dead.
Chase after Chorn, just lock him in the side, and then boom. Huskar will take it. Fnatic, they are really starting to gain some serious momentum in this game.
Yeah, definitely. They are doing a lot better than last game for sure. And of course, Burning, he will always keep farming, doesn't matter what you do, but I think they're in a much better position, and they have a very good lineup for taking Roshan as well, which should be an objective very soon.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about like a level 1 Roshan with their lineup. Now it's even easier.
Actually stunning the Ancients, messing up the line.
Just being a bit of a... It's like, I'm just here to help.
Conga line, please.
IG, 4-man smoke up. That Observer Ward's watching it, and Mushy's going to be really careful here. He does have defensive refraction charges, and then the illusion's moving out. He's making the line for it. So hook shot up, Mushy, battery assault, Cog push back down in, and well, that's a quick death.
Push back with Rupture on him, and they clean up the stack as well.
Is Fnatic going to give it to him?
Yeah, they're going
Crystal
behind.
Main's moving over. If they find one kill during this fight, then she'll actually have her ultimate.
The Tusker eats his mango and goes into battle.
Faith runs up.
And
Back it up. Here comes your snowball. He's coming in, as you said. Faith sent up towards the air. They try and protect him by putting him into the cold embrace. No higher. Rocket Barrage just ripping him apart. The Death Ward's trying to do some work. And Faith, they can't keep him alive. The last attack from the Death Ward of Johnny was able to reach him.
Yeah, you can't save them all, but that was a really nice save, though. Saving against the Tusker's punch. Getting the cold embrace just in time there. Still very nice.
That's still, well, it wasn't even a 2-for-1 trait. You brought down the Templar Assassin.
Yeah.
Found a couple of kills, took the Ancients.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything.
They got a lot of damage being dealt there and taking some control back. As IG were kind of weak there for a little while, but I think they can still nicely recover in this game. How is the Clockwork doing for item progression? He has the Power Treads coming out and the Dust might be... Yeah, it's Winter Wyvern's Dust.
Oh, Kerchik. Threw down 2 sentries looking for the Observer Ward. Unfortunately for him,
That's pretty close.
it's right between them. He can't get it.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate.
Couldn't find the one in the mid lane, couldn't find the one around the Ancients.
Yeah, it's all about what angle you look from. Look from one angle, it looks like it does see it, but
it's
straight
also
above.
the model. That model has like a little wider base,
Yeah.
which makes it a little bit more deceptive.
The circle is still always the same, though, and that's
Correct.
what matters. Need to see that.
Mushy, it's a trap.
Is
Waiting
it?
for it, quite literally.
Bam!
Quite literally a trap. Faith, Light Striker Ray needs a little bit more space in this to survive, and he's not going to get it.
Nice. The double melt strike. When you know exactly where an enemy is moving, just sitting there and waiting is amazing. Well played.
Watching this prep on mid. Support's coming in from the Clockwork, looking for the hook shot. Up he comes.
Yeah,
Need to
that's
burn
mana,
up a
though.
lot more mana, so they're just going to wait. Actually, it's not that bad burning the reincarnation on KOXY when it's still only level 1.
Oh, this
They rocket
cast,
barrage
the
in, but
cast.
yes, the paralyzing cast holding a position. Now into the Death Ward. IG fighting underneath. The KOXY wants to keep the battle going, moving in and out of Invis. They've got the Rupture and Ferrari's on his way in, chasing after KOXY, finds the kill, and now we'll see just how much that little speedy Bloodseeker is capable of doing.
Actually, not that much. It's mostly running away, and they actually turn and kill Winter Wyvern. Keep going.
He pulled him up into the snowball, keeping him away, Mushy away from burning, running down because there's no tier 1 town, so he's quite safe here. Frostbite over on burning, and Mushy comes back in again, Melt striking him down for the triple kill. And Fnatic, hugely convincing fight.
Yeah.
Ferrari was like a hit and run car.
Yeah,
But he never came back.
I mean, he ran in deep for killing the Wraith King, but he didn't get the last hit on him, and thus he didn't have HP enough, so he couldn't keep fighting. So Bloodseeker was completely null factor in that game, whereas the Templar Assassin was just crushing. Well done by Mushi, and nicely played also by the Tusker in how they turned that fight.
And this is now the point where you could like slip yourself into either take, well, tier 1 tower on bot lane, but with the Desolator up now for the
it's
TA.
Roshan on the objective list.
It really has to be. But, oh wait. Oh, he actually got him.
He got the dust.
He actually dusted up.
Yeah.
Realized he was there, so the Crystal Maiden will end up dying. She is dead. She knows it.
Not much to say about that one. You just straight up die when that happens.
But in return, you get a tier 1 tower in the bot lane.
That mid fight though kind of showed why it's so dangerous to go onto a Wraith King. Because yes, you kill him, and yes, his reincarnation got burned, but it takes so long before you can try and kill him again. And his entire team is going to be there easily. So the reaction time doesn't have to be that fast even. They will still be there in time.
Looks like Fnatic are not going to try and defend their mid, as they just let it drop. Kind of a dangerous thing to do when you've still got Roshan like high on your objective list, where you want to try and hold on to that tier 1 tower in the mid and the bottom as much as possible. But you got the tier 1 on bot, so it's not as bad.
Exactly. When you have Blink heroes as well, like Wraith King, TA, and even Tusker, they will all buy Blink sooner or later. So all of you can use the bottom towers quite a lot.
It actually looks like Wraithing's going to go for the tank item,
Yeah,
tank build, so armlet build to start with.
Yeah, sooner or later he's gonna pick up the Blink for maneuverability, but going for Armlet into PKB now would be a very strong choice. Or Armlet into even Assault Cuirass, honestly. With the minus armor they already have, with the Witch Doctor, the Tusk, like so much physical damage being available, they could try and stack that up. I think he's gonna go BKB after. We'll see, we'll see.
We will. But now, it's back to the lanes, back to the farm.
Yeah.
As still Fnatic refused to move anywhere near the Roche pit, but IG, they're also looking for the objective-based gaming.
But they got spotted out though, all of them running towards the bottom tower, so the knowledge is there for Fnatic, the ward revealed it all.
Well, the Templar Assassin's the one pushing on the top, so this could just be a straight tower trade.
It could be. They're trying to finish up the entire Blink Dagger on TA, so maybe when they have that, they will try and fight. But no,
Yeah,
looks like they want to defend this.
They're going to Glimmer Cape the Tuskar down. Sentry Wards, actually, that's in range of the tower, I'm fairly certain. Either that or it's on the maximum edge.
No, it's in range. They're just dropping that, so TA is not there in this. They're like scared, traumatized from the previous Lina kill.
But TA's up on top lane, and there's no fortification,
I
so
don't know, man.
TA
They're
gets
just
lost into the
traumatized,
tower. Where do you go now? Like, you're going to take the tier 1 tower. They drop another one. Another Sentry Ward down.
They definitely want to know. Well, I don't even think that Fnatic need to fight that, and they're just going to give up this tower. So they keep farming, split pushing, and Wraith King has been clearing the entire jungle. Meanwhile, TA has been pushing the top lane, so getting a lot of efficiency out of this.
Wraith King's got his armlet in 1 creep. That's all he requires for this.
Yeah, it really is. It's going to be a good item here.
And a 4-man smoke by Fnatic, so they'll move down past their own secret shop.
Not that many good stuff against Armlet as well. There's like, not that much. It's the Rocket Barrage, really.
Walrus Punch just came off cooldown. Ohio going to Glimmer Cape being the first man up. The smoke's going to break and they realize Ferrari's on the other side. So they shard and Mushy. A quick jump, but Ferrari's got negative 15 armor as the Witch Doctor followed after him. Yeah. So with the death of the Bloodseeker, it is an open season for Roshan.
Yeah, that's what happens. Minus 15 armor from the TA. And then the physical damage from the Witch Doctor Ward is so painful. Roshan is also going to get brought down really quickly now, and with no Bloodseeker, no way to contest this. So just farm up, try and get more items on Burning. Still doesn't have a BKB. They really need that so that he doesn't just die to a Crystal Maiden ulti or something ridiculous like that. We're getting controlled by Frostbite and Wraith King stun.
Give him time and space, both of which IG are running out of.
Yeah, they are. Very dominating performance in the last game, but this game, it seems to be Fnatic kind of taking the reins as they are controlling this game more and more.
Yep. Well, with the Blink Dagger Desolator over on Mushy, he's gone 6-2-3 so far. Highest net worth by 1,000, topping the Gyrocopter in this game.
Yeah.
And what's Burning really bringing to the fight? He's going to pick up his BKB in just a couple of moments.
I don't know, man, but 10-1, the hero should not lose, so he's going to have to bring the BKB, and then it's all about the call down, really. Call down Flat Cannon and just stand in the middle of the fight, try to bring everyone low, and then Bloodseeker can go ham. But I think without a good ulti from Winter Wyvern, next fight is going to be extremely hard.
Oh, yeah.
Winter Wyvern needs to have a big play coming up, or at least the Lina and Clockwork need to combine nicely with the Hook Initiation and Laguna Blade.
But how do you even get that play? Fnatic is so split up when they fight.
I don't know.
The Witch Doctor's never going to be in close. The Crystal Maiden's just like throwing down support from the back end.
There's also starting to be a lot of resources available to Fnatic on their team. They have Glimmer Cape and Medallion on the side of Tuskar.
Yep.
They are starting to slowly get higher level on Witch Doctor. When he has level 2 on the Witch Ward, on the Death Ward, that's really strong.
Yep.
And of course, we mentioned Armlet before. All these tools are going to make it very difficult for IG.
Looks like Fnatic going to force the issue. There's KOXY. He's got 2 range creeps as well as a catapult here. So pushing into that tier 2 tower, they can inflict damage, and it looks like actually IG have no intention of defending this.
It's so hard. I mean, there's Reincarnation on the Wraith King, and there's an Aegis on TA, and then you have very elusive targets like the Tuskar with Glimmer Cape. Who do you want to go on? No. Like, it's Witch Doctor and CM your targets, but look at where they're standing. They're not going to be easy to go on. So
it's almost impossible.
Yeah.
Like, actually, I think it actually is impossible, because even if they do, notice where Ohio is. You might jump in, but he'll snowball and then pull them in. So you might get the initiation off, but you won't get the follow-up. And now Fnatic, they want to end this 22 minutes going high ground. KYXY has already been dropped down pretty low, but remember, he's got the armor toggles available.
Yeah, he does. But I still think they're going to play it safe here. Just got some chip damage onto a tower. Also forced out the Glyph of Fortification. So maybe they can just reset a little bit, pick up some more items, and then go.
Ferrari's loving this.
Yeah.
KOXY, stay on 600 life.
Oh, he has a Blink Dagger now on Wraith King, so they want to send that out.
Interesting choice by Ferrari. So we're going to go in for the Medallion.
Yeah. We saw the Medallion previously today.
We did. We saw him actually go for a full Solar Crest, and then he converted it into a Halberd.
Yeah, that's what he likes to do. And I think it's just a counter to TA going for the Halberd later on, but the Medallion is just a good item overall, I think, with Bloodseeker. You have so much physical damage.
Wow, Burning. He thought everything was safe, and then actually it was, because Chuan puts him under, and then Ohio, the turnaround, Luo, even hook-shotting himself in. Mushy trying then fight this. He's got the Aegis model, so we'll get the kill over on the Clockwork. While Johnny, okay, they've got extra help. The Cavalry has arrived. It's KOAXY holding him in position with that Hellfire Blast, allowing Mushy to blink out the second the Aegis Immortal expires.
Still not a bad trade though. They get more gold per kill, so they got the Tuskar at 450 gold, and then they got the Aegis as well. Sadly, 2 people died to TA, but...
And they burned the Wyvern ulti.
But yeah, of course, they burned the Wyvern ulti, but it's better to actually use that than to sit around and feel like you can't do anything. That was a very nice play, I think, by IG, but they're so far behind that it was still not turning out great. And the Blink Dagger on Wraith King came into play already there, as he came in and found that kill on Wyvern.
These next fights, though, are going to be a little bit harder for IG. 4-star arrives for Crystal Maiden, so you're then looking at the avenue of, well, Hookshot doesn't guarantee us a kill anymore because we can push the Clockwork out or we can push our own teammates out, and Mushy's got a Crystallis in his inventory. We're still having 1,700 gold up his sleeve. The Daedalus isn't far away. Not to mention there's a double damage rune on bot river.
Oh dear god, that could be a little bit of a prompt to go high ground.
Look at Kerchik.
Yeah, I see him. He 4-staffed up there and he's just sitting around and waiting. I'm not sure why he went here. But
the Radiant Observer wouldn't have scoured this one out, but it's blocking up the camp.
So he actually 4-staffed in there to find a place to put down his sentry ward. And now he's just kind of staying there because he likes it.
4-staffs back out again. Like, oh, wait. We see him.
Oh, God. And he does D-ward as well on his way back. He saw the ward that he missed earlier. Or actually, they dropped that ward.
Yeah, they dropped it on the way past.
Yeah. So mid tower gonna be pressured. Wraith King at the same time just pushing a lot bottom. No one really wants to go on him though.
Mushy with a double damage rune might be piggyback going up on the top lane.
Oh, he's not just thinking about it. If Ferrari takes 1 step forward, I think he's gonna jump immediately.
Ferrari's backing up. Just let the Blood Rite do the work.
Yeah. It's a very good spell. Blood Rites.
It's another 3 minutes until Roshan could be up. So that insurance isn't there for the Templar Assassin when she buys the Demon Edge. But I suppose at the same time, what are you really worried about? Like, the push power from IG is fairly minimal.
It's still one more of those games where BKB really won't give you any safety, so going into Daedalus is fine.
Yep.
Like, if BKB is gonna make you untouchable in team fights, go for it. If you need to buy something else, just go Daedalus.
I'm just flagging more the fact that, like, if TA dies in that position, you're not really worried about your buildings dropping, or especially racks being taken.
Definitely not. There's very little chance for him to go high ground. Maybe a tier 2 tower, but can't get more punished than that.
Looks like KOXY is going to be building in for the Assault Cuirass, so you're right about your Blink armlet as well as AC build.
That's a very dangerous combination with that. The Assault Cuirass on the Wraith King. This is going to be really tough.
Rest in peace, wonderful series.
Hey man, it was amazing.
It was. I really enjoyed Wraith tonight.
What's the best event so far, in my opinion?
I know, man. Watching Roshan chase the candies, that was also cool. Ferrari jumped down. Well, okay. Solar Crest doing his work already. And Mushy missing now the death ward, however, from Johnny. Ferrari setting his ground. Mushy, he is going to drop him. Well, Johnny burning a lure right behind him. Bringing him down. The hook shot's even going to look for the 3rd kill.
Wow.
Kerchik a little bit too far up.
IG, man. What a recovery they get. 730 gold towards Winter Wyvern for that TA kill. Beautiful gold going their way. So Gold Scepter and 1,000 gold. That's a gem for the Winter Wyvern. Picking it up already. And they're starting to get some tools now. Almost had the Yule Scepter on Lina. Soon IG can feel like they're back in the game here, you know?
If TA actually got one of those kills without dying, she had the Daedalus.
She was so locked down, she couldn't do anything there. She just got disabled and could not react to it. Even with the double damage, no way to get a pick off. Because she would kill the Bloodseeker in like 2 seconds or something if he got to attack.
Well, so Burning, making the most out of the space created.
Oh.
Farming up his bottom lane, and they're actually looking for more on top.
Sneaky Snake? Oh, there's such a low HP Lina, just go in!
He doesn't have the perfect vision though. The TA trap's doing some, like, it's there, but he didn't actually have the vision around the tree line.
Yeah, he didn't. He was a little bit scared. He could have found a kill, but unfortunate.
But back to flash farming Tusker.
Fortune favors the bold, Tusk. Remember, it's just go YOLO.
Just believe. You got a Shadow Blade. Anything should be possible as a Tusker, right?
Yeah. Some Manta style is now up on Gyrocopter. A very interesting choice to go for in this game. But it could be very nice.
What's he trying to dodge? There's still some decent AoE. And your Witch Doctor does get a Death Ward with an Axe upgrade.
you can do a lot with it. You can still, you know, maybe make the Death Ward target illusions for a little bit before it kills them. You can get out of the Frostbite. You can dodge the Wraith King's stun. And other than that, you just get more attacks, which can be nice against TA, but you're a Gyro. You already killed the refractions immediately. So I just think it's a pretty nice overall item he's going for here. Already wanted a Yasha, and he's like, well, do I want a Sanj or do I want the Manta?
I like this from Faith. You got an instant cancel on that Death Ward, so if Johnny's not in the greatest position for himself, you've got a way where you don't have to just sit there and throw Light Strike array, because that's still probably going to be like 300, 400 damage worth of output while you just have your animation time.
It's so slow. So now he actually has a Yule Scepter. Very good way to cancel it. And yeah, along with the hook, the Yule Scepter, the silence at least from Bloodseeker and Winter Wyvern ulti, they have quite a few ways now to cancel it. And not to mention Cold Embrace to save the guy who's being targeted by it is very good.
Roshan on everyone's minds. He's almost the max spawn time, but the TA trap and the rockets are the things that are currently scanning it out from either side.
Yep. Gotta keep your eyes on this Roshan, because everything is about that right now. Only team with some vision around the Roche Pit, naturally though, is Fnatic with the ward. If IG can get out there, plant some ward of their own.
IG's coming.
Yeah,
but at the same time, like, Bushy's farming up top. I should also flag the fact that the courier is a little bit busy right now, and if it flies to top lane, it's being mismicroed. Primarily because it actually has the Chrysalis, but not the recipe for the Daedalus.
Yeah, it doesn't actually have it on the courier. It was very full. It had a lot of stuff to deliver, so it's just a rich people problem that they ran into here, Fnatic. It's a nice problem to have.
See the second courier, man. That's it.
Yeah.
Second courier. That's the way to victory.
Secret style.
Yep. But that Roshan's going to spawn up in now 30 seconds from now. The TA trap was already de-warded out by IG.
I can't help but feel that the next team fight could be really, really tough for IG when there's a Salt Cuirass on the Wraith King. Because if entire Fnatic go in together, they are really, really strong. Oh, yeah, TP's down bottom. Roshan not too far away now.
Big group up.
Yeah, they smoke. They actually want to get a pick off before Roshan is up. They're drawing lines into enemy jungle as well. And yeah, IG, they're actually drawing a line like they will smoke like this.
Yep.
So both teams pretty much...
They read it, but the TA trusts back in Roshan. He's alive.
Rosh is up.
Yep, all you gotta do is wait for the rocket to wear off and you're gonna have a crack, but there's another rocket going in 2 seconds time, so Mushy, it's gonna be a little bit quicker than this because IG...
This could be good for IG.
Hookshot's gonna be ready for it. They're in a great position, and in fact now actually separated.
His team got caught off there. Very nice play by Tusk. The shards just cutting them off.
But they're now right on top of... Okay, yeah. The gem from Crystal Maiden walks over and they realize, yep, there's an observer ward from the Radiant side watching us very, very closely.
Oh.
But this is a 5-man eruption that I don't know if both teams really want.
Yeah, both teams are kind of on the edge here because they know this is pretty much the game here. Whoever wins this fight has such a huge advantage after it. Like, it's very even right now. It's 2,000 roughly difference in gold between these two teams. So IG have been playing a very good catch-up game, and yeah, that's why Fnatic are paying a lot of respect.
Keep it nice and close. Notice too, hang on, is the Bloodseeker still... It doesn't look like we're looking at the halberd build from Ferrari.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it. He's
so
probably
just
going
holding
for
the whole Solar Crest.
Probably going for a Sanch Asha, or he wants to go for one more Mantis Towel, since they already have one. It's kind of one of those items that get better the more of them you have. But we'll see what he wants to go for. I mean, if you have double Mantis Tile, the Witch Doctor ulti is gonna start hitting useless stuff a lot. But they die really fast. It's the downside.
And KOXY's got such a high amount of money. Like with the Assault Cuirass 32 minutes in, Armor, Blink, Midas, and then another 1,600 gold up his sleeve.
Even despite all the things that you go through BKB, I think he needs BKB next item on Wraith King, because then he can actually go in and not be stopped by something silly like a Yule Scepter or a Lina Stun, or, you know, these useless stuff that he really shouldn't care about.
I'm still finding this absolutely hilarious for TA. Wish he's had his courier flying back and forth for the last 5 minutes
it's actually
and not finishing his Daedalus.
I mean, he's been farming 2,500 gold during the time that he could have had.
It's just the courier timing. It keeps coming out for other people.
Gives me a twitch in my eyes, you know. Like, I don't know.
Maybe he's saving up for the Rapier, just leaving the Daedalus recipe at home for a reason. Actually, is there a... It could be for the Monkey King bar. You could actually be leaving it at home so we can get the Monkey King bar and changed his mind. Just saying. And then the ultimate irony, he puts both on the courier, and then the Monkey King bar actually doesn't complete, and it's the Daedalus instead.
I guess.
Ultimate irony.
I don't know. what is actually going on. He gave away his Demon Edge to Johnny now.
Wait, what?
Like, you carry this. Well, he needs to have a TP, and he needs to push top.
Okay.
But, I mean, he prefers his Aquila over the Demon Edge. I don't know. Mushy is just trying to piss us off, I think.
he's a very special boy,
He's on to us.
Well, actually, if he went home at that point, it would have automatically completed as well.
Yeah. No, maybe that's why, you know, he's trying to prevent
He's doing this on purpose. He is doing this on purpose.
Okay.
No, he's not. No, yes he is. He's disassembling. He doesn't want to. It's exactly that. He actually wants the Monkey King bar before the Daedalus.
Yep. There was a lot of thoughts about that. He was like, yeah, yes or no, or... Well, he's going to be much better now against the Solar Crest. So we'll see how that works, because else, if the Solar Crest was onto the Gyrocopter, it would be extremely hard to bring him down. However, he might just be eliminating the weaker targets first, so if he goes on Alina, Winter Wyvern, these heroes, he bursts them really fast regardless. Toby is smiling.
Sorry, I guess I'm reading chat.
It's a good thing you were right, else they would hate you.
Yes. Well, they hate me anyway.
Oh, sure.
Moving on. IG, 5-man movement through the Radiant jungle. Like, if you don't feel like you're safe on the lanes, is this really where you end up? Or is this just a... Roshan is still the pivot point of this game?
Yeah, it's the pivot point. They have been kind of rotating around Roshan a whole lot, back and forth here, and that's pretty much the game. They need to secure the next Roshan. It's very important for both teams, especially for IG, as Fnatic can kill it in an instant if they get a chance to. Especially with Assaultcuirass, Solar Crest, and Desolator, and Melt.
Well, here comes IG. They get rid of the TA trap, and
congrats on the 1 gold.
Massive, massive. Let me just check the gold graph. That's a drastic flat line in the graph, man.
Sick, dude.
Good times ahead. Now Wish Doctor at least gets some space on top. He can TP to the tier 2 tower, even throw the Death Ward from actually on the bottom lane into the pit if he needed to. But they need to get him the money for the Aghanim Scepter.
Right now, we're just waiting for either team to take an initiative here. It seems that they are playing the same kind of standoff. And we hear a sneaky...
It's the TA trap getting killed off again. This time it's Chuan who gets the +1.
Those pesky Winter Wyverns killing my TA traps. Well, I think on a serious note, I think Fnatic are winning out big on what's going on right now. Because they're just... Feels like they have a better control of what's happening. And IG are in lock. They have to be so close to Roshan, whereas Fnatic can run further away because they have a tier 2 tower. They actually have 2 tier 2 towers available that are both very close to Roshan.
I'm still wondering, though, if the late game really belongs to Fnatic. Like, we just get a full Skadi now being bought over on Burning.
Can we just get one of Fnatic to push top lane so that IG have to react?
He did. That's Johnny. Johnny's up there.
Man, like all the way, Toby.
No. You don't go all the way. You only, like, come on. Did you not watch Hitch? It's
no
70%. 70%. Let Fnatic come 30. That's what it's about, man.
Meet me halfway, that kind of stuff.
It's not the 50-50. It's the 70-30. You got to have some level of control in your movement.
Well, the 5th TA trap has been killed, and they're now going on Roshan.
Oh, but at the same time, that Sigil's coming in and destroys all chances they have of finishing Roshan. So they take a little bit of damage. That tier 2 tower is still chipping down, with the catapult behind it. IG either go back to defend the tier 2 tower,
tier 2 is gonna fall,
or they keep battling for Roshan. But if they go back to defend the tier 2 tower, then they lose Roshan.
I mean, it's already dead no matter what. They should already have gone back if they want to defend this. So it's time to try and get Roshan somehow.
But Fnatic will just wait it out. Like, why force the issue? They don't have to. They're watching the rockets being used. Yep, there goes your tier 2 tower. But it's down.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, IG have to do something. They're just losing out in this battle because there's so much pressure on the top lane that they're not responding to. And Fnatic are just farming up, and they're very happy to farm up on a Wraith King and a TA. Look at that, 4.9k gold on Wraith King. He bought a Demon Edge right now. So he's gonna have him... Oh, this is the time. This is the time.
This is the moment. This is the time to jump in. Luo, whole embrace will keep him alive. It's Mushy actually taking the focus, but they keep him in there. They're burning. Rolls over the top with a rocket barrage. They'll burn through the reincarnation. There's Mushy coming back towards living. There's no buyback. He's sure of the money. So KOSY all by his lonesome will drop it. IG, patience. Patience pays off.
Patience from burning.
He weighed that out perfectly, but Chuan made it happen. You said, like, the Winter's Curse, if you could do that.
Yep.
And he did it. He got it perfect. He
did it, man.
Mushy, and they just went...
He fucking did it. He should feel good about himself. Chuan, what a player. That was honestly huge. Managing to get the Winter's Curse so it hits the TA and pulls in the Wraith King. That's the dream. Getting those two heroes disabled, that's enough. Doesn't matter if the Wraith King is actually hitting.
And now Roshan's going to drop pretty quickly. They're trying to keep him out with the shards. Just any kind of intimidation factor. But without a Death Ward, without any kind of aggression, there's nothing they can do. This belongs to IG.
Yeah, and IG ain't scared anymore. They have Ghost Scepters on both their supports. They have Cold Embrace. They have, you know, the Medallion, and they're just feeling so safe right now. It doesn't seem that there's much to be done against them.
No, this is a rough time now for Fnatic after they started off with like 5,000 net worth, almost a 7,000 experience advantage at some point.
They were in a very good spot, but it's all about how you clump up for a team fight. Sadly, both Wraith King and TA went on the same target. You can't have that happen, because you're gonna clump up, you're gonna get hit by all the AoE on IG side. If you just look once on IG's lineup, that AoE is terrifying. You cannot stack against them.
No. Exactly what happened. And that's why IG...
It's unfortunate though, because they only saw one guy, and they were like, well, let's kill this one guy, and we kill him fast. But Sean was really fast with the Cold Embrace.
It's going to be even faster. He's got a Blink Dagger now.
Yeah.
So he's going to be right on top of any target that's initiated. And can even hold back further. We were talking previously about the Fnatic supports, Crystal Maiden and Witch Doctor, always at the back line, so they couldn't be initiated on.
Yep.
Now it's the other way around.
Yeah. He's going to sit very far back and be really hard to reach. And they have to go on something like that as well. So, tough times for Fnatic, but you still have a lot of gold as well. This is a very even game. Most even game we've had all day, I think. So, nice to see.
Like, our first two games were 20k swings.
They were not even. They were just very, very upsetting to watch.
And then our second series was very one-sided.
Yes. Yes, we could say Secret were strong.
Yes. Hello, Rupture. Stand exactly where you are, Mushy. No moving from that spot, while Ferrari beats away at your tower. Burning also. Still with the Aegis Immortal feeling very comfortable. Mushy actually having to run a little bit further back there. A little bit longer than you really hoped you would have to, but it was the Blood Right that did that.
Yeah. There is actually so much minus armor coming from the side of Fnatic that I'm a little bit scared for the minus armor actually killing them off. Oh.
Highest looking at it, but he knows he can't go it.
It's too tough with the Aegis. You can't go on that guy.
Yeah.
There's also a ward in their base right now.
Seeing everything.
That is huge.
The gem, where is the gem was lost.
Yep.
Like Kerchik was the man who was carrying that one around.
No, actually they have a gem on the courier. Kerchik has put it on the courier.
Oh, he left it behind?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, when you're scared of losing it in team fights, it's very common to drop
they
it.
smoked up and moved around.
Yeah, but they got
IG saw the smoke.
Spotted.
And the fact Luo's in a position where the smoke breaks on Johnny. So they're not even finding the opening there. Ohio is still invis, right in front of Burning.
Yeah, and Sean is ready to back up as well. Like, he's gonna Cold Embrace immediately if something happens.
He's actually in the best position ever. Like, you just head to the southeast corner, knowing that anywhere north is in trouble, and now Luo,
they're gonna chase
shot. Well, he can find the Crystal Maiden, but Burning, KYXY moves over to him, catching him out of position. Now the hook shot up, traveling up and going up to Kerchik. So we'll be bringing this into a 4v5, but it was the Crystal Maiden only dying. And you've still got Mushy on the other side. They can sandwich an IG as KOXY. They are in deep with the call out from Burning with the flag cannon. How much damage have they got? The Wyvern might be dead. And Burning, he can't actually kill up the Wraith King yet. Witch Doctor with the ultimate. They got so much damage out. IG losing everyone apart from Ferrari. The Manastar dodge gets away from it. And then the shots though. Ohio trapped him in. Burning might be up alive again, but he's going to be not alone in just a moment. Johnny tries to go for the malediction, realizes he's dead, and now KOXY lock him in position. The shards as well. Ohio punch in 1 second, but Burning, the malediction will actually end up getting the kill here. He's trying to outrun it, but there's your pop. There's the gem being regathered, and a fantastic fight for Fnatic.
They got the jump on Tron. The one time that they actually see him and can go on him, they managed to bring him down as well, just barely with the last attack of Wraith King. That's how they win a team fight. If he cannot use his spells, they can win.
Can you even blame Chuan for it? Like the fight,
No.
you first get the kill, you all move up, and then you're like, nah, Mushy's still not going to be on the far side.
Exactly.
And, like, what's going on? They jump outside their base after we already took out one of their heroes?
He was just slightly too close to a Fnatic base, but it's very easy to say all these things when we have the bird's eye, you know, we see everything, but that was a beautiful initiation by the Tusk and Wraith King going on the Winter Wyvern. Doesn't matter if you stack up as long as you stop the Winter Wyvern from using any of his spells. I like that 1000 damage malediction by Witch Doctor at the poor 10 HP Gyro or something.
That's actually going to be one of the highest amounts of damage I've seen from a malediction being inflicted onto a hero.
It can deal some incredible damage if it's on a tanky target like that.
Alright, so Gyro's got 6,000. Is a butterfly useful at this point for burning?
I don't think you buy a butterfly. They have 2 MKVs.
Yeah, so in that case,
no way.
You've got a Skadi. Do you just go... So actually, he's already bought something. It is a Monkey King bar.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Because there is the Solar Crest as well on the enemy team, and there's definitely a possibility of Butterfly coming up later for the TA, for example. So it's a good preemptive build, and even if you don't have evasion on an enemy team, MKB is just a good item on Gyro.
Yep.
It works well.
Should also flag the fact, because Witch Doctor got that last hit with the Malediction over on the Gyro, which was a huge spree, he actually bought the full Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah.
Fnatic's next team fight is very scary for Invictus Gaming. Even if you do have the Wyvern,
similarly,
he can Cold Embrace it. You get rid of the physical damage, which is the Death Ward, but...
Similarly to the fact that they have to kill the Winter Wyvern, on the side of IG, they have to kill the Witch Doctor. They have to find him when he channels his ulti. And they have to find him despite the fact that there's a super strong TA and a strong Wraith King in front of it.
And what jump have you really got? Like, you've got either the Wyvern himself, the Clockwork Hook Shot,
Lina doesn't have Blink yet, so it's tough.
Like, she ended up going for more a defensive build by having that Ghost Scepter, but she needed that up against TA and Wraith King.
Oh yes, Ghost Scepter is the item in this game, so even going into an E-Blade is possible later on. They have 3 Ghost Scepters on the side of IG, so I wouldn't be surprised to see one of them upgrading if we do have a long game. Smoke up coming here from the side of IG.
Should also flag the fact that Mushy can buy up his Daedalus, but he'd still be short of buyback by 900 gold if he does do so.
He needs buyback. It's too risky. Like, you want to play pretty aggressive, and he doesn't have a BKB. So if you play aggressive and you don't have buyback, you might just throw the entire game.
He's only 500 gold away from it, though.
Yeah.
Like and he's already sending the courier out for that, and it's bringing a TP scroll with it.
Yeah, he almost has it. Very close.
IG smoke movement. They are not getting close to anyone just yet. Ohio's the closest one, but they don't have vision of him until now. Now Faith will see him, could technically Eul set for him, but with Shadow Blade don't get the vision. Luo, a long hook shot down. They catch the Crystal Maiden, and they've actually got vision on Ohio at the same time. So Ohio snowballs, protects himself for the moment, but he's going to be dead in just a split second as he goes after Chuan, dying in the Riverside. But then, well, where's your follow-up? They isolate Mushy. This is even bigger. You said he needed buyback, and for a very, very good reason.
Yeah, they didn't even have Wraith King in this fight. I'm surprised that they tried to go in and take that fight after Tuskar got caught out. I thought it was an easy sacrifice, just do not go in. But now they lost 2 heroes instead, and that's pretty costly. Yep. It's also 2 core heroes, not supports. So IG gonna definitely pressure for buyback here. And
she got the Blink Dagger over on the Lina. If it was any other game, maybe that wouldn't be as critical, but because it's all about the Witch Doctor control,
exactly.
That's even bigger.
Maneuverability and stuff is very important in this game in particular.
Here they come, the jump in, burning. There's no way. Oh, man, that crit! They need to keep him alive. The Death Ward's doing some serious work here, but burning, still alive for the moment. How much more can he survive through this? They've already brought down 2, and they're going in deeper. Luo's even being isolated, and now they go down. Luo, where is it? Now he's down for the count. You've only got the Bloodseeker, and Ferrari realized just how badly that was going to go.
Oh, you want us to buy back? We'll buy back and kill all of you. How's that? Okay, Bloodseeker, you run away. Use your movement speed and run away.
Now you buy the Daedalus over on Mushy.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he's got the money for it.
Nothing to hold back for. Yeah, there's no reason to save money when you don't have buyback. And it's a very long time as well, so.
You do have buyback, however, on the Gyrocopter. Buying back at this point means your next death is going to be so brutal.
Yeah, it does. But there's no choice, I think. They're going to push extremely fast. They have Assault Cuirass and Deso TA. Yep. Like, this tower is gone quickly. They have the glyph at least.
Are they going to do it? Well, can they? Like, you'd have to buy back. Like I said, the buyback comes from the Gyrocopter. The cooldown might slow this down. Yeah. And, well, actually, for now, he jumps in and lets a missile go as his first item of business arriving. And Fnatic don't want a bar of it. They're going to buy back. They took a tier 3 tower. It's worth it for them.
Yep, that's still a fine push. And they also know that sooner or later, Roshan is going to be up. He could already have been up. So looking over to that, they're probably going to go and put a trap.
20 seconds, not far off.
Yeah, they're going to go and put a trap and just keep an eye on that. Of course, Rocket coming in as well.
There's your trap. And IG are already moving for it. They do not want to fight up against Fnatic with an Aegis Immortal and Cheese.
No, definitely not.
And a
I mean,
BKB.
Aegis on TA would be so amazing for Fnatic, as she doesn't have a buyback right now.
Yep.
So they really want to secure the next Roche, and it's going to be up really soon.
The sacrifice from Mushy, though, would
we
be
go.
a TP scroll if he's going to carry the Aegis.
Yeah.
So if they're going to do something, it had to be like a 5-man versus 5-man move. No split push allowed.
Yeah, you have Blink Dagger still, so you're pretty fast at getting across the map. You just got to predict the movements a lot. So, and moving together with your team is pretty mandatory, as you said, because if you have Aegis, if you get picked off, you're probably going to die again if you're on your own.
Roshan's up, all ultis are up. BKB's freshly over on Wraith King as well.
Both
he
teams
is
know.
now 6 slotted.
Yeah, Wraith King is looking really, really strong.
And a Blink Dagger Witch Doctor. That's actually even bigger for Johnny. The courier's flying it out at the moment, so it's going to take a while to get there. Meanwhile,
they
IG
don't kill
have
it fast
already started the
enough, or do
party.
they?
Here come the shards. They realize what's going on. Light Strike Array. Here comes KYXY. A quick jump, and Luo actually didn't get the hook shot out. The Aegis model will still be in the hands of the Gyrocopter. So Burning with the BKB with the Death Ward. Starts to his work with Faith. He blinked up and used it to Johnny.
Beautiful.
They're fighting on the high grounds and no Death Ward available. There's still Templar Assassin down. Kerchik's not in a great position. Ferrari's got such high movement speed. Running back in to pick up the cheese. Who was still sitting inside the pit the entire time. Ohio trying to protect KYXY, but I don't know how much he can really do. He locks down Burning, but Chuan does even better. It's the cold embrace. KYXY having me more of a man than anybody else. He gets the crit. The trigger the Aegis, the Immortal. Now going for Faith. He needs more armor toggling than this, and he just doesn't have it. He'll keel over. The Tuskar running away, but that could be the fight to win the game for IG.
I mean, MVP Faith? Blinking up there and actually canceling that with Shock to Death Ward. It's exactly as we said. The Blink Dagger and Lina, so crucial in this game in particular. The itemization is on point from IG on both of these teams, and this is a really good game between these two.
And it was the 2 kills in mid that gave him the Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
He probably would have had it by this point anyway, but still.
TA no buyback.
They're running down. There's no reincarnation available for KYXY. So they're stunning and they're slowing down IG as much as they possibly can.
He has the reincarnation now, so now it's fine, but you also want to be very careful going into this when you know that you don't have your main core.
IG should back up. That Death Ward's back off. Cooldown and Witch Doctor's alive. So they cannot allow themselves to get caught out and Burning. Actually, you triggers the BKB. KYXY came out a long way for that.
Yeah, he did. Blinking after there and pursuing. Forced the BKB, but it's still 5-second BKB now, so it doesn't really matter much.
Yep.
But at least
KYXY is still sitting at 9 seconds.
At least they only lost their melee racks. And this long into the game, a melee rack is not massive, but it does kind of, you know, give you a bad feeling as your base is starting to get more and more exposed.
It hurts, especially now that you see Ferrari. He bought the Basher. Actually, he didn't. He then sold the Basher. He bought a Basher, and I'm thinking he was looking at the Abyssal Blade.
Yeah.
But he'll have to drop Medallion for it, not a problem. You already converted the Talisman into the Halberd.
Yeah. Oh, look at the smoke. They're so close.
They're going YOLO. They actually want to do it, and they're in a great position
them?
for it. They haven't broken the smoke, but they got all the vision in the world. Ferrari even uses Blood right already.
They need Winter Wyvern, and they can't really get him there. If they could see the Winter Wyvern in a good position, they would actually have gone there, I'm positive. But they can't risk going up high ground when they don't see him.
Yep, agreed.
Because he's just gonna instantly freeze one enemy and then freeze one teammate, and yeah.
There's that Basher for Ferrari. So he does buy it and gets rid of that medallion.
Yeah, that's a very good choice actually, because Butterfly is normally a very good item, but of course not in this game when there's 2 MKBs. So going into Abyssal Blade to lock down these heavy-hitting enemies.
Yep. Especially someone like TA who's only got 1600 life.
Yeah.
If you can trap her out while she doesn't have refraction, she'll die very, very quickly.
Exactly. You can also pray to your RNG gods. You know, if you get lucky, you might just kill the TA alone.
Yep. Oh, nice. You got RNG gods, double damage room for Ferrari.
Yeah, it's starting off nicely.
They're picking out to go for Mushi, but Mushi will just blink and TP out.
You know, this game is beautiful. I love the itemization from both teams. They're actually buying good stuff. Like, both teams have Vladimirs, they have Ghost Scepters to react to the high physical damage, the Blink and Yule Scepters. Like, this is just a very, very nice game. Feels like they have thought this through.
It's good Dota.
Good Dota.
It's good
happy.
Dota. That's all we really hope for as commentators.
Yeah, it honestly is. A lot of people ask me who I'm cheering for. I'm like, what do you mean?
I cheer for Dota.
I just want to see the best games, dude.
That's it. I only cheer for good Dota. Templar Assassin's getting bigger and bigger still. Like, her damage increase is still there. And the Wraith King, we can't remember. Like, he's got Mortal Strike while dishing out a fair amount of damage.
Yeah.
So if they can isolate IG to a point, you have some kills, but he didn't go for the Basher build. He went for the strength. He went for the damage output.
I think they need Bashers against the Gyrocopter to lock him down as well. Because Gyrocopter is also one of those really strong heroes right now. But if you get Basher on Wraith King, could be really good.
He's got money for Satanic if he wants it.
He does. He has plenty of gold.
Yep.
So
What's actually coming out in the courier?
That's possible. He could also buy up a Moonshard maybe. I mean, Moonshard is definitely on the table for all these core heroes right now. All the 4 of them have to start thinking about when they want to pick this up. And I think PA is probably one of the ones that should buy it next.
Gyro would actually have to sacrifice his phases, but he could buy something like Helmet the Dominator and buy BTs and still have enough money for buyback, and then for the next phase go into
Lifesteal would be pretty good for him, and getting more armor from the Dominator as well would be very sweet.
You can get a little damage increase.
Yeah,
little.
I mean, Helmet Dominator is a very cost-effective item, but Satanic, of course, is really useful later on.
KOXY is probably the most exposed player for Fnatic right now, but at the same time, it's got Reincarnation and it will feel like a trap. Luo gonna hookshot up, but Kerchik got the 4-staff behind him. And that's why you couldn't go in for anything more.
Disjointing the team fight. They did see Mushi farming in jungle as well, so they're kind of running there, trying to rupture him, but they're gonna back off again. And
realizing they can't catch up in time.
Yeah, fast hero. There's so much current gold. If you just go over to a current gold tab, it's like insane to watch how rich these guys are.
In 200 gold, Ferrari can buy the full Abyssal Blade and still have buyback. In fact, he's not. Wait, what? It's a Hyperstone.
Yeah, maybe Mjolnir. I mean,
it could be Mjolnir, but at the same time, they don't have an Assault Cuirass.
I think Moonshard with his Super Basher is the build.
But he also sold his Midas, which makes me think he's still going to keep that item slot open, unless it's for like
you can keep the Moonshard.
TP scroll.
It's 120 if you keep it. I mean, everyone is just thinking about consuming it, but it's a pretty good item to have.
Higher.
Are they gonna punish?
Yeah, they got 4-staff by Crystal Maiden.
They got items for days.
Yep.
They're getting away.
And because the hookshot's not like an Aghanim's hookshot from Luo, the cooldown's still quite long.
He can't hook up there. He would be, you
dead.
know, yeah. They would probably stun him very quickly, and he would be suffering.
He had a 4-staff of his own, so he could get back down to safety.
Yeah. Oh, it's a Assault Cuirass? Oh, he's selling items. They're thinking about it so much.
Yes, it's an Assault Cuirass. There's Chainmail on him.
Yeah. He bought the Assault Cuirass and the recipe, and then he sold the recipe again. So he's just trying to save.
It's a massive indecision. Like, he's bought and sold.
Oh, Ferrari in particular. He's been buying and selling items like a madman this game. He's sold the, you know, Solar Crest and yeah. He had a Midas, he had a Medallion at some point, Solar Crests, and that switched into a Halberd.
And Mushi's pushing power is so quick. He's still got 5.3k gold. If we actually look at the buybacks, Mushi's the only one on Fnatic that has a buyback, but he can just blink, TP back, and at that point, the creep wave should be hitting the tier 3 tower on the top. So if IG want to keep this push going down the middle for, what, a range Rax? Yeah, that's not worth it.
He's outmaneuvering them very nicely now. That was a good push because now someone has to go and react to that. Of course, Jericho was like, oh, hey, money, I'll take it. But
hi, Abyssal Blade.
Yeah, Abyssal Blade completed on him, of course. That is a very nice item. I think it's better than Satanic in this game because the only ones that he would be directly hitting anyway is like TA and Wraith King. They have so high armor, he wouldn't be stealing that much HP. So Abyssal Blade, much better. And when they have Abyssal Blade on him and the Bloodseeker, I mean, TA is going to have a horrible time.
I'm loving watching this ward battle. Like, we now have both Observer and Sentry on the bottom hill ward next to Roshan for the Radiant side, but they just lost their Observe ward up on the Dire hill side.
That's how it goes. Another smoke coming in.
Well, they got the vision. They can see Mushi farming. He doesn't have refraction up. They hook shot in. He's got no protection. 4-staff actually, the Cog's pushing him away. He is rocked to the 4-staff will bring him up with Faith. Refraction will protect him from Laguna, but Mushi is still down for the count. Remember, he's got buyback, but Roshan spawns in 1 minute.
He does have buyback, but there's no Moonshard for buyback, boys. So, yeah, this is hurtful. Can they go and pressure maybe, force the buyback at least? Because Roshan is not up. So
they actually have the advantage that Roshan could be up. So if IG might just passively push and not really force any issue, thinking, wait, Roshan could be up. If we have a really bad fight, which has been proven before, it can happen with a buyback.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of intimidation there, and history kicking in.
I think they're respecting the previous buybacks by not going now. They're just saying, hey, we're going to play it safe, waiting it out.
The AC is done for Ferrari, by the way.
That's a very nice upgrade. More armor is really needed, so with the Assault Cuirass and the Vladimirs, be much safer.
This long death timer for Mushi actually not as critical.
Yeah, it's not hurting them yet. Roshan just respawned,
But no
they
one's
haven't
got
checked
vision.
it.
There's no TA traps, and Clockwork's not going to rocket for this at the moment. Instead, IG moving forward, burning. Not going to use his BKB. Already used his Mana Star previously, hence he doesn't dodge the stun of KYXY. But the tower's slowly being beaten down.
That was a nice, like, just chip away at the tower. Oh, he's getting initiated upon.
This time, 4 staff down, takes the stun once again. But Ferrari pushing him. The tier 3 tower is dropped, and KYXY really worried about the initiation from IG, but it's not coming.
Yeah.
And now they rocket up. They see Roshan's alive, but at the same time, Templar Assassins respawning.
Yep, she is coming back up, and we're gonna see an attempt here at Roshan from the Radiant, but I don't think Fnatic can get there in time. IG are probably gonna bring this down, and this is very nice for them. If they can get this Aegis and Cheese, that's pretty crucial.
It's really quick, especially when they keep getting those bashes off, and
Yeah, he doesn't do much.
Yeah.
Even the MKB proc stops the Roshan attack.
like how they give the Aegis to Chuan. So even if you now focus the Winter Wyvern down,
He is core.
you're going to have him back, you're going to have his ulti, and you're going to have his Cold Embrace.
He's very important to the team, extremely. And we're getting to that point where even the supports can now soon pick up the Ethereal Blades.
Yep.
So then they can actually save people who are being initiated upon and stun locked. I like that.
Mushy, a lot of momentum given to that top lane, but he'll have to TP back in just a moment. Like, he might be able to blink forward and just get rid of this creep wave. Actually, he needs to even save his blink. So he's got it when they TP in. Burning, stunned up, big crit from KOXY. Means they have to Cold Embrace the Gyrocopter already. Remember, he doesn't have the Aegis. Paralyzing cast, bouncing around inside the creep wave. Initially onto Burning, and still, well, TA has come back to the fight. But all they're doing is just chipping away at the rack, so we end up in a standoff position. The top lane's pushing in nicely for Fnatic, but it's nothing for IG to be concerned about.
Yeah, and Chon just keeps healing up, burning so much. It's such a strong heal, Cold Embrace, just spamming that to make sure he stays healthy.
Okay, Mushy's got a surplus of 4.6k gold, and actually increasing as he's farming up the mid.
Yeah, he needs...
Should he be buying something at the moment as they're coming in once again? Another stun over on Burning?
He can't. I mean, he needs to send a courier to Secret Shop. You can't do that now.
True, unless there's something which you can buy at home, even if it's like a Talisman of Evasion.
Nah, I think he should buy a Daedalus.
Burning, another stun. KOXY, the Cold Embrace, cancelling again his damage into Burning. And Burning wants to just stand his ground. Remember that Abyssal Blade is there, so you gotta be careful when you jump in as the Wraith King.
Almost gone with the Wraith, the range tracks now. Thinking, you know, these fucking catapults, they're actually doing it.
They're doing the work, man. Burning the front lines, and again, KOXY, a jump in. This time around, though, the Mana Star does protect him, and KOXY, Ohio, jumps in with it. Burning thought it was the opportunity. He's already triggered the BKB, but KOXY backing it out of here.
Yeah. This is really bad for Fnatic. They can't find the opening, and IG are just playing very smart, and then they go back, heal up again, make sure they have Gyro's full HP when they go. This is beautiful execution right now by IG.
And Faith never shows himself. This guy's got a Yule's and a Scythe Device. The chance of Johnny getting a full ulti off is pretty minimal.
Yeah, it is.
He does have that Glimmer Cape, which could help, but...
he needs a BKB by now.
Yep.
He can't do anything.
So we just keep this siege going. If Fnatic keep taking this chip damage, they're going to lose the game. And we get him... Wow, okay.
He bought the Mask of Madness in base, so he is actually going to pick up an item as he doesn't have the chance to go out. Just the attack speed extra is very nice.
It just feels more like a... Like, okay, you get the attack speed, what if you get caught with that turned on?
Oh, this is a very temporary item, Toby. It's just for one fight. It's a surprise.
So have it for now, buy back, and then come back in again, KOXY. They're just chipping him down bit by bit. Ferrari with an opening. Frostbite over on Burning. The melee Rex is almost dead in KOXY. Well, there's that snowball rolling over, but it only went over on the illusions.
Racks are down.
Yeah, they find Burning though. He's out of position. Mushy. Hexo on the side. Burning isolated, but the hookshot comes over, and they might be able to separate them here. Johnny's still got the high ground, and Mushy trapped. There's your Death Ward going out. Where is Alina? No cancel. The Death Ward, they're actually backing up. They're out of range of a KOXY. No reincarnation. They're snowballing in, trying to protect him and getting back into base. The BKB protection's there too. Templar Assassin already had to buy back.
Yeah.
They've lost their bottom racks. The ping was actually coming out at the top saying, should we do something about this?
Yeah, and beautiful execution all over by IG. They were on top of things. Having that Hex available from Lina is huge. So she actually turns into more and more of a strong hero here as we transition into late game. I don't like her as an early game support that much, but now it really shows how strong it can be when you go into these 60-hour games.
IG's coming again. Maybe 60-minute games. Let's not go for hours, Wagga. Where's the Mushy? Not confident at all now. With his buyback on cooldown, you still got buyback from everybody else, but no Death Ward for 28 seconds. KOXY's reincarnation's coming off cooldown now, so technically you do always have that like that extra Aegis thing on him. But Clockwork is the Aghanims, so the movement for Luo during these fights can be so much more superior.
Yeah, it definitely can. He actually drops. He wants to have the cheese still, so he drops the blade mill. Yeah, keep that on the courier and keep it close by.
Can you dangle a fishing line right in front of KOXY? This is the ultimate bait, and Luo not falling for it. Mushy, the first man to be caught out, he misses the hook shot. He'll have another one in 12 seconds time, but still, KOXY trying to make the most out of it. They throw ball in. They actually want Clockwork brought down, protecting him out of the call down. But Ohio and KOXY, they're just taking so much damage from burning. They just turned everything on. Mushy embraced up for the moment, and she's sorry, it's going to be the oldie from the Wraith King. And now can they burning the Death Ward, doing work.
Oh,
they haven't stopped them in combination with a CM ulti. Ferrari's almost dead. Chuan, the embrace is protecting him, but they've lost so many heroes so quickly. They don't have the vision on him. He'll blink down and Chuan is away. Meanwhile, back at home, they're losing their effigies.
The effigies, Toby. Oh god. The Witch Doctor finally gets to channel one nice ulti there, turning everything around so nicely. The Gyrocopter was blood rage as he was man fighting in TA. I think he liked it at first when TA couldn't fight back, but then when she got helped by the Tusk, oh boy, what a beautiful team fight.
That was a 4-for-1. That was a 4-for.
Yeah.
The Lina actually bought back directly after it. So you got no buyback from the Lina, but buyback is still available for Bloodseeker, Gyro, as well as Wraith King. So the big ones.
Yeah, the big ones still have buyback. And
they get it out of Gyro.
Wraith King has 2.7k surplus, so he can even buy back by travels and come back in.
He knows they got no gem. Initiation, they find Chuan! It's so big! He's still got buyback. We have to keep this in mind, but they force now 3 buybacks in the space of 1 minute. Mushy just wants the racks. They need some kind of momentum advantage for themselves if they can get it.
10 seconds. Oh, it's not in time. They gotta keep going, though.
Oh, they found Faith. The crit!
No buyback.
Destroys him. Down.
They do this for you.
It looks good. Hook shot in. Luo trying to go for the control. The side blade damage actually dropping Luo down to 2/3 of his life. And there's the 4-star from away. KOXY's happy. He's soaking up a lot of damage. The reincarnation may even be triggered here if he's not careful. He doesn't need it to be triggered at the moment.
Yeah,
so just back up. He's
gonna heal up so much if he just gets to hit some creeps. So maybe they just back up, go jungle, try and reset. They just got so many buybacks out. They got kills on Lina, forced down the racks mid. That was really great for Fnatic.
Yep.
All that from the aggressive Shadow Blade from Tusk. Else, it could have been maybe held even.
So now, Fnatic, with all their money, what do we look at? We've got Johnny. You wanted a BKB over on him. You're not going to get it. He's got 2.6k or 2.9k gold, so that's nice for him. The Abyssal Blade can easily be afforded by KOXY and still have money for buyback. Ohio, 2k gold from the bank. He's just making sure, actually, he already spent his buyback anyway.
Abyssal is flying in for the Wraith King, and that's the most sensible item pickup that I could imagine as well.
And Templar Assassin just bought BTs.
Yeah.
So
that's also very important because she has been the one split pushing lanes before all this 5-manning, so she needs to get back on that business as well.
Actually buying second level BTs too. So you can actually BT onto the Wraith King when he initiates, and the TA will be right behind.
Yeah, that is pretty strong. And they're feeling very confident to go here bottom, but Lina is going to be up now, 10 seconds only.
That's true, but all they got to do is hold the wave in. Templar Assassin will force down the middle lane. The top lane, they don't have any kind of advantage going the way of Fnatic, which is a bit of a problem, so Mushy might want to rotate up there and then BT down, because that's the only lane they can gain creep wave momentum on.
That's true. That is true.
And everyone's buying BTs.
Yeah, a lot of travels
also has like his
up.
Glimmer Cape back in stash too.
Yeah, they still need travels on Wraith King, but they don't need to pick it up just yet. Maybe he can even go for a Moonshard first to get some more value out of his MKB and Abyssal Blade. Gonna see how it goes there. But TA still 2 minutes CD on her buyback, so her buying the level 2 travels is perfectly fine.
The latest BKB you can purchase, huh?
Latest timing on that item of all time.
Nice to have things. Records broken.
Yeah.
And Fnatic, nice. Well, this is kind of weird though. Like, I'm still surprised they don't have the Templar Assassin on top lane. Or Crystal Maiden. Like, you got these BTs. Try and get control of the side lanes.
They're just a little bit scared, I think, because when she was pushing top, they didn't have any vision into the base of IG. So if she knows, if she pushes there with no buyback and she dies, once again, that could be game. So playing a little bit more safe, trying to stay around her friends. Buddy system.
Well, they can wait for the next Roshan. He's only 40 seconds away from spawning.
Exactly.
In fact, well, there's the timer. I could read analog.
Nice.
it's just a standoff game now.
Yeah.
The courier's still waiting to buy something. Like, if we got massive amounts of money on someone...
I mean, TA could still sell the Mask of Madness if she needs the money for buyback, but she's probably going to be able to farm that up before she needs it.
Well, the buyback's on cooldown for 50 seconds, so yeah. In 50 seconds, I'm fairly certain you can get that money. And this is where it can work. So no one's come out of the base. You've got your Dire Observer Ward up. Roshan's going to spawn in a moment, which the TA trap will reveal, and which you will probably just even BT in. It would only take, what, maybe 5 seconds, 10 seconds to kill this Roshan?
Oh, it dies extremely fast. Less than 10 seconds, for sure. He's
up. No one from Fnatic's pinged it yet, and they're not moving for it yet. But the TA trap most definitely sees Roshan.
I think they're going to see it around now and just go for it. Yeah,
there
comes the ping.
Make the run, make the BT.
Yeah, and there's no way to contest this as well, unless they can smoke out right away. But it's already dead. Like, if they go now, they're too late.
Yep.
So this Roshan definitely going to go the way of Fnatic.
So with Aegis and Cheese?
I think you just give TA the Aegis, drop the Blink Dagger actually. Or drop one of the damage items if you want to, but Blink Dagger is very key. But you need to have the damage as well to fight this Gyro.
I'd almost want to sell the Cheese on the Witch Dog so we can pick up a BKB.
Yeah, you could. Well, they're actually going to give it to Crystal Maiden.
Yep. Well, everyone's basically 6 slotted apart from the Tusker.
Yeah.
And now the Cheese on Johnny.
Yeah, he should sell it.
Yeah, it's actually one of the most legit things he could do right now to get his BKB.
He's probably not going to sell it though. It's not very common, but
no.
You get 500 gold if you sell the Cheese. So.
He might be able to carry it for someone else.
Yeah.
There's your BTs for your Wraith King, but this is I'm dead. I buy back, I switch out my treads for BTs, and then come back again. So technically, you got 3 Wraith Kings for this fight, 2 Crystal Maidens. Not that that's really going to make a huge difference.
I mean, that's when she picked Aegis, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. We'll have... I mean, if you die, it's probably because you used ulti. You're going to come back and do what exactly?
You're going to Frost Blast.
She has some items.
She's got Glimmer Cave.
Oh, here's the
shot. KYXY, the Glimmer Cave's actually protecting you. I say protecting him. He's still underneath the tower. He could have actually hit the tower down and the fortification was up. So they do manage to burn the fortification. But they're not finding the KYXY straight in. He really wanted that.
Yeah.
For just the tier 3 tower. He's going to blow his reincarnation for it. And now, well, Kerchik, frostbiting on the clockwork. They just want to back out of here. It's only a 1-minute cooldown. These sieges last a lot longer than a minute.
Yeah, they do. So for IG, they really want to take the fight straight away now. But they need to find the proper initiation as well. But they're smoked up, so very hard to find Tron now.
The Rocket at least saw Johnny. Like, that's one upside for him.
Yeah.
They know where Johnny's moving. And there is actually even better for Fnatic. They've got the Observer Ward. Okay, well, they did have the Observer Ward inside the base. yeah, it was a very short-lived advantage, but advantage nonetheless.
Like, yay, I was born. Oh, what's that flak cannon thing? It seems that they're just waiting up the Wraith King ulti. No reason to pressure before you know that you're going to have it. It's up in 13 seconds now, so KYXY, about time to go. Go
maybe not too soon. Like, I'd actually still be perfectly comfortable with him waiting for the full timer.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing going on the other lanes, really. There's some pressure being added to the top, but it's taking a long time before it's going to push.
Yeah, so. And you can always just BT one up. Like, the Templar Assassin could BT up there, and then it's 45 seconds before she has to BT down the bottom lane.
You would rather run up there and BT back down so that you always have it ready?
Yeah. You can send the Crystal Maiden. That's fine. Stun on Ferrari. They're just chipping away at the melee rags, but now the hookshot missing, actually bumping into his own creep wave. The Glimmer Cave being a lot more useful because the towers are dropped. So there's no Sentry Wars down for IG. Might even be worth the investment for one of those. I got the gem from Chuan.
Yeah, they smoke up. Oh, they wanted to re-go here, but everyone is missing. Suspicious.
Yeah,
I think
why is that creep wave? The creep wave's following them up.
Yeah.
While the inside the smoke, it was actually moving further north.
I don't know.
I don't know about that. That looks a little dodgy for the creep pathing.
It's a feature.
KYXY, Abyssal Blade, almost instantly onto the Bloodseeker, now being stunned up. Remember, he's still got the reincarnation, they Glimmer Cape, the Rocket will connect the Blood right. KYXY's going to drop low, hook shot down, they're going to find the kill on him. The Blink Dagger will come off cooldown the second he respawns up, and that means a way to safety.
Yeah, it's so hard to catch this. I mean, Wraith King, he's the only one who doesn't care about anything. He can just go in because he has 2 lives, and then he's got to play safe again. They're not really getting anywhere. I would love to Bloodseeker to just be a little bit more aggressive with the Rupture on any other target but the Wraith King, so that he gets to use this, because this is a low CD spell as well. It's the same as Wraith King ulti. So just attempting to find someone and force them out of position.
You know actually what I'd love to see? Crystal Maiden just 4-star her way in.
What?
I got Aegis!
Toby.
Soak up as much as you possibly can. She's not going to live for long.
That's like 2 right clicks, Toby. She's not gonna soak a whole lot. There's no soaking going on.
But you got a minute and a half left on the Aegis Immortal. They're giving it up as now Templar Assassins just TP to the top lane.
The Crystal Maiden 4-staffing in with Aegis would be similar to you wanting to use your Vigilante shot before dying in Mafia, even
That
though
is
it's
100% legit! Ken has proven it. Hotbit proved it.
Yeah, but Hotbit is good.
Ooh. Wow, why you have to hurt?
It hurts, dude. I just love you. Love hurts.
So there's 6k gold now over on a Wraith King.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see 1 Moonshard soon. I mean,
It
it's
has to be.
75 minutes into a game soon.
It has to be. Like, on Templar Assassin as well as Wraith King, they both, like, okay, so the Moonshard.
I think they just forgot about the item.
The Moonshard is 4,300. As long as they got a surplus, so we are short on the Wraith King by 400
They're
gold.
a little bit short.
We
To be fair, they're a little bit short.
We're short by 500 gold on the Templar Assassin.
Just a little bit shy. But
That's it. That's it. They've still got buyback.
I'm sure
And
they
they're probably
will...
going to find a kill in the fight.
No, they won't, Toby. So you can't play with that mentality.
Plan for the worst case scenario.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna go for it very soon though. Aegis is reclaimed.
Yep, so Crystal Maiden will lose it, but they do still have the cheese. The cheese is over on
He
Johnny.
has not purchased the BKB on the Witch Doctor. I think he should. I think buyback on you, not useful. Just buy a BKB, blink into some weird ass position.
Because it means the only thing that's going to stop you is what?
Winter
Clockwork
Fireman,
hookshot?
or clock. Yeah, winter and clock or death.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's perfectly alright
I mean,
for a Witch
tanking
Doctor.
the Winter Wyvern ulti would be amazing for him. And Clockwork is spending a lot of his hooks just going on to Wraith King and pushing him. So it would be really good for him to have a BKB.
Agreed.
Because then Lina at least is struggling to kill her.
So, how does IG deal with this now?
Well, they're going to get out of ward.
Fnatic who have backed out.
Yeah.
IG still really haven't left that inner perimeter of their base.
They need to get out on ward. They had 3 more wards on the Lina. She just put one already. So they need to get some vision so they can predict the enemy movement. That's really, really important. Because initiation is everything. These 2 teams are very evenly matched in items and strength right now. I mean, it's almost dead even in gold, for God's sake.
Moonshard!
We have it!
We have our first Moonshard over on the Wraith King.
Warm welcome into the game, Mr. Lyric, as you have a Moonshard.
Yes, he does. And it looks like Templar Assassin also spent a large chunk.
She has it!
Yep, they both have bought Moonshard. So they both have a permanent 60. Wait,
Gyrocopter does also have a Moonshard. So suddenly everyone has a Moonshard except Bloodseeker, and he's not really in the gang. That's fine.
He needs that though. He needs that. That's the way he can stop the Witch Doctor. He gets the bash from the basher.
The initiation ritual, dude. Where's your Moonshard? You have to eat it.
Really, he would prefer to have the full Abyssal Blade more than anything else, and still have buyback. Like that's critical. It's a critical part.
Yeah, I can see that. Travels would also be nice, but yeah.
When you have both Wraith King as well as Templar Assassin jumping melee on you, the Abyssal Blade is just the item.
Yeah,
that's why Jari gets away with it too.
It is a beautiful item. So this next fight is gonna be so tense because we're 76 minutes into a game, and that's really when everyone starts having all the tools they could possibly.
We hit the longest game!
Yay! Welcome everyone, longest game of TI.
We cast both the longest games! Woo!
Hey, we beat those other suckers who cast the previous one. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, DD Rune.
Yeah,
Nice.
for Mushy. What a shame there's no Roshan or anyone around to kill. They're gonna back it up down to the bottom lane.
Betting there won't be much use of this DD Rune.
Probably not.
Unless IG go hyper aggressive and just run out.
Are they looking at smoke? What are we on? What are we actually on smoke count right now? What's
Let's check
available
for the side of IG? They don't have any in their stock. The Fnatic team just bought one.
One purchased by Crystal Maiden.
They actually don't have any smoke on IG. Do they have one on Courier? No. So IG cannot smoke for another. What was that? 3 minutes? No, 2 minutes. But Fnatic do have one, and they're probably going to use it very, very soon.
That's a decent amount of time, especially considering Roshan's up in 20 seconds.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not saying it's critical, because what are we going to get, Nagus on Crystal Maiden?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you could get Nagus over on...
I mean, every little bit helps at the stage.
Yeah. Or at least they got the Observer Ward down. That's a real nice position, too. That's that normal position you place the Observer Ward when there's gems all across the map.
Yeah.
But now you also get Ohio putting down his own Observer, the Rockets are flying in, and Roshan's up. The TA traps revealed this.
Yeah, I mean, CM is like, I need my Aegis, guys. Come here, fix this for me. Oh, she actually TPs to mid lane. And,
Why is she going back?
I'm not.
That's a long, long way to go back.
I'm not sure why maybe she felt that they were onto her. You know? She was like, I'm not safe right
if,
here.
If you're going to do that, you can still just TP to your creeps in the mid lane.
I don't know, dude. She TP it away, okay?
Ours is not to question. Ours is only to look.
Ketchick lives. That's what matters.
Yep. All right, so buyback available for everyone at Fnatic. We're still short by 200 gold over on the Lina. And Winter Wyvern is short by 1,800, but there's no... with the length of this game is gone, there's no cooldowns on any of this.
Yeah, it's crazy. And at this stage, if we combine all the money all the players have right now, it's more than 30,000 golds sitting in their inventory. Like, they actually have the money in their bank accounts.
You actually look at it for Fnatic. We got 5.3k, 2.8k, 4.6k, 5k, and 4.5k. While IG, we have the cheap Chuan on 638.
Roshan is
4.5, 5k, 2.3, and 2.4. That's a lot of money. And yeah, Roshan, like in the I thought they made him stronger than this.
His clap is still very strong. It deals a lot of damage if you run in close to it, but his armor and strength.
They left the cheese behind.
Not so good.
Sell it, Witch Doctor.
The courier.
Sell the cheese.
The courier's
and get yourself a BKB.
And when the courier picks it, guess what? No one can sell it.
We've gone Pinoy strat.
Oh,
second courier is now up for Johnny.
Nice, I like it.
So we've got cheese on one of the couriers.
Yes.
Which will deliver to a man in need.
It has no selling value though. It has no value anymore.
Okay, that's a shame.
That's unfortunate.
That's a big shame. But Witch Doctor still has the one on his. It's got value.
Yeah, true. He owns that one. So they are back to the old TI strats of fermenting the cheese, as invented by the Korean casters. Shout out to some of the best TI casts ever.
Quality times. Yeah. Quality times. All right, so what do we got? We got a Boots of Travel recipe for KYXY as well. So now the Wraith King is the second level for him. This is when we start seeing some of these late game items, like the Moonshaz, the BT second level. All of these are designed to end the game.
Yeah, exactly. Or keep the game going, Toby.
Or potentially keep the game going as well.
Save the game.
Or we could say end the game if we're looking from half glass full.
Exactly. It depends what kind of person you are. So I wonder what the TA is gonna do with her items, because yes, she bought the Moon Shard. She has 6.7k gold. Blink Dagger is still super good. Desolator, however, is not that good when you get to this stage. I would kind of like her to just go a Divine, honestly, and just have that insane damage.
It'll be dangerous, but I suppose you can just put the Desolator on the side.
Yeah.
And then pick up the Desolator if things go wrong, and then just BT it. And then you can contest and try and get the Rapier back again.
You could do that.
Yeah. But at this rate, we could get to that point.
Right now, we're just trying to optimize everyoin's item build, because we are at that point where they want to be...
Even Gyro. Like, Gyro with Manta, is it still worthwhile? Actually, he is up against Wraith King and everyone else.
Yeah, he is disjointing a lot of the Wraith King stunts. Burning is doing a very good job with the Manta, so I'm going to say that that one is still worth it.
In 800 gold, Ferrari can actually buy the Abyssal Blade and still have buyback too.
The fact that Burning still has face boots instead of travels, though, that's just a sign of how IG have been stuck in their base for the last I'm going to say 30 minutes or so.
This game is so close. Even the gold is 2,000 in favor of Fnatic. That is all. The experience, on the other hand, that's a little bit more of a crater.
A whooping 7.5k at 81 minutes.
A whooping, Wagger. A whooping.
A whooping.
Go to Hungry Jack's and get yourself a whopper, man.
Yeah.
It's a whopping.
It's a whopping, dude. Right now, I'm not sure about this game. It seems that IG have forfeited a lot of their control over the map, despite the fact that they have vision. So they're just waiting to defend their high ground. Maybe a little bit scared to go out, because Winter Wyvern will be at a more exposed position. But right now, even the Tusker is farming to become a relevant DPS dealer.
Yes.
He has 5.2k gold. Right. He could stack up some nice items.
Is it worthwhile getting a Silver Edge?
Dude, why not see... Yeah, Silver Edge is very nice.
What can you crack?
You can turn off the Thirst from Bloodseeker.
Yep.
Which is really, really nice.
Can it turn off? I'd say Fiery Solve.
Yes, it definitely can. Fiery Soul is something you can turn off. That's it.
Yeah.
However, you lower the DPS of whoever you hit by a lot. That's that's bigger than turning off the abilities in some cases, especially against a Gyrocopter. If you hit him right before his Black Cannon, that could almost cut his damage in half. But it's pretty beautiful.
Fnatic, they can't find anything with this smoke.
No, they're looking for it, but... Oh, Chuan?
He's up a long way, and now blinks away the snowball. They're chasing it in too far. This is not the ball you want. Ohio, the hook shut up. They're going to force stuff him in. The Cogs pushing back Ohio, but no one's close enough for a kill. The engage was premature.
Everyone is so jumpy right now. Like, you can tell. There's definitely some nerves playing into this game.
There's so much on the line. Like, IG, if they can get this, they get 3 points. They look so good in the group stage. And Fnatic, they're already having a rough run. They did get a game off secret.
Yeah, if Fnatic can get one win here, they've actually managed to tie against 2 of the stronger teams, that you could say.
Yep.
So Fnatic are definitely fighting for this, and they don't want to throw it away. They have the advantage. Almost 10. They have 10,000 gold on it. Dear God. I mean,
are we just going to be at a point where we have the courier battles as well?
I don't even know.
Because the couriers are getting closer. We need Dagons on couriers just so we can get more damage output.
So
Bring us back to Warcraft Dota.
So sad that they don't have mana anymore. I miss the days.
Please spend some of your 10,000 gold on Mushi.
No.
10,000,
Investing the future.
It's literally over 9,000.
The future is soon. Soon.
Too far up.
I don't even know. He should definitely replace
You can get a BKB over in Ohio. Johnny's got still 5.2k gold, and we have not seen this BKB arrive from him yet. He's busy just holding cheese, which right now a courier can do.
Yeah.
Like, they have both couriers for the Dire side actually out in the fight.
It's the Dire Air Force. I like how one of them drops on everyone and picks it up at the same. What is going on? It's like, oh yeah, I have one of these. To you. Okay,
right,
are they actually going to push?
Well, okay, they're pushing for a tier 3 tower because they can't get up high enough from the ground to take out the racks.
That's fine.
But they can get close enough for a tier 3 tower.
That's fine.
And IG will not commit heavily for just a tier 3 tower. They'll only commit heavily for the racks.
I've never seen one team in Dota be this rich in terms of current gold. This is absurd. I actually have no words for this.
I'm highly
They have more than
bet there is no
30,000 gold
stat.
on one team.
There is no stat for it. But they've got all this money. But, okay, so they've got all this money. The Radiant's got a decent amount of money as well. But IG have actually put most of their money into items. They've got places where they can put it into items.
Look at the faceless Rex courier. He's there. He has a dream. He wants to get to a secret shop.
He's just a baller, quite literally, with a chrono.
Oh, he's going for it.
Wait, can they?
Let's go.
No,
he's going.
No, get your res, people. The courier's on the run.
It's on.
No, Johnny! He can't reach it. Obviously. Oh, hello. Mushi has spent some money on a rapier.
And he's got keep it in base. Like he's on the way to the base. What the?
No.
Okay,
the courier's going back with the rapier. He might BT back to drop the desolator.
Yeah, he should definitely change.
But no, he's got a courier for that. Come on.
No.
Like it's the Fnatic butler.
Fnatic has 2 servants in this game.
They're paid very well.
Yeah.
With all this extra money, they've got a high-class wage.
Dear
they
God.
get 10% of Anthony Leon at TI.
I mean, Gyro is fighting the hard battle to try and stay on top of the Witch Doctor and who has the most money in his bank account right now.
Okay, so the rapier is not even picked up. It's sitting back in the fountain.
He wanted to give rares.
It's just there.
Look at the buybacks. It's only Winter Wyvern. He's the only boy.
He's actually been short by about 1,500. Like he short 1,500 about 10 minutes ago. He's not finding any money because Burning's taking it all.
I'm pretty sure he would have gone and abandoned in a ranked game by now.
Hold the phone. Smoke's happening. IG, they're making the run out. And the only visible hero right now for the Dire side is KYXY. He is the man at the bottom.
Anyone else? They don't want to jump on this Wraith King.
He's going to blink and BT. He's going to blink and beat. Well, he's pulling the Aoi 2000.
Yeah, he's chill.
Stay in the trees and then just push it down.
Look at how they know about this smoke. Look at everyone backing off. How he walked into the trees and just gathering up. They were so on to this smoke.
This really feels.
And now Lincoln's is onto the Tuskar now. It's very nice. So
BKB. Johnny has a BKB.
Johnny has a B. Very nice.
Johnny be good. He bought a BKB.
Yep.
Roshan also spawns up in just over a minute.
I missed the days when they were fighting.
I think we're actually at a point now, though, where Crystal Maiden is the only one that actually benefits from the death of Roshan. Like, the levels-wise, who isn't level 25 yet? Part of the non-25 club, Tuskar, still short. We have 4 short on the leader of the Crystal Maiden.
Yep.
We're 5 short on the Wyvern as well as the Witch Doctor. And Clockwork, of all people, is the lowest level in the game. Luo is the lowest level in the game.
Yeah.
You know, he could
They're
actually
fighting.
break the item barrier on the E-Blade at this. That actually can work. Up against a T8 array thing, that actually can work.
Oh yeah.
Even
sure.
up against the Witch Doctor, E-Blade's a legit item.
Oh,
It's
it's
one
a
of the
great
few
item.
items not picked up in TI5 so far.
Dude, I'm so surprised that they haven't purchased it yet. I said it like 50 minutes ago that, hey, they have
I'm
3
sorry,
Ghost
Lager,
Scepters.
I forgot.
Yeah, okay, it feels like yesterday, Toby, so it's fine. Like, they have 3 Ghost Scepters, and they've been having that for roughly an hour now. So, sooner or later, we'll get there.
All right, Roshan's alive. Okay, take your bets, boys and girls. I say 7 seconds. 7 seconds on Roshan.
Depends how many people are gonna
Yeah,
go.
Mushi's not there. Mushi's not there. Like
so
that.
you're saying 7 seconds from the first attack?
If they have them all there, I say 7 seconds. And yeah, there's
Oh,
that PT.
that's
Here we
cheating.
go. Here we go. KOXY as well as Mushi just blink in and
Okay.
take it out. Actually, they're grouping up for a smoke.
They're respecting the smoke that could be coming.
All right, they're just
they're
blink.
going?
All right,
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, this is looking
5,
good, Toby.
6, 7. Yeah! Woo!
Well done, Toby. That's the most excitement we had in a while.
Do you feel the adrenaline? Viewers around the world, do you feel the
Are
adrenaline?
you not entertained?
Yeah, you should be. You should be.
Yeah, we have the longest game of Dota here going on.
We crack in 1 minute, 1 hour and a half for Fnatic versus IEG with so much at stake. And also, just to cap it off, Lager, it's our last cast for the day. There's still
It
more.
is.
There's still 2 more series. Blitzing Mon Capitalist
Definitely.
will be here after this. But we're making them wait. We are stewing it. It's like a lovely wine.
They're
You
banging
gotta
on the
let it
door. They're trying to
breathe.
get in, but
You can
we're keeping them out.
lock them out.
Yeah.
They're not allowed now, Sauna.
This is definitely a sauna, but I've been casting here for quite a while now. And this game, man, it's just crazy. Actually, we're closing up on the IGDK game. If you remember the old fables.
You know what I love? Like, I'm still seeing the E-Blade over in the Crystal Maiden.
Yeah.
But it's something like a Moonshot, but just on a Crystal Maiden.
What, so she can attack a little bit more?
Yep.
That's
Legit.
value.
Legit. It'd actually be worthwhile over in the Lena, but still, the E-Blades are like some really good choices in this game.
I don't know, dude. Yeah, E-Blade would be an okay item, but I mean, there has to be a point when you have sit in your base for so long that you just get tired and just leave.
No, you know, this is a game of patience.
Yeah, that bounty rune though is worth quite a bit. It's looking tasty. Ferrari going for it. He's
Huge.
gotta get 230 gold.
Massive.
Dude, it's massive.
Massive.
Reliable gold as well.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back to the farm. Mushi just keeps about. I don't even know why they're farming up all the camps, because the gold doesn't make any difference now.
No, it does.
Like, we're actually at a no.
The
no,
stats, dude.
No, not stats. Like, just because Mushi is about to crack 1,000 CS. He's actually at 950 CS, the 814 of Wraith King. I'm fairly certain that our stats man, who will probably still be listening in right now, can tell us if there has been any game where 2 heroes on the same side have gone over 1,000 CS, hit quad digits. We even have a refresher orb.
Oh, there has been. There has been, dude. There's definitely been that.
Okay, well, if one suicide is not enough with the reincarnation, he's now going to blink away, then use his refresher orb,
Yeah.
and come back into the fight with the reincarnation twice over.
True.
Technically, we are battling 3 Wraith Kings at the moment.
4 potentially with the
Yeah, because
buyback.
he'll come back, and then we'll have
And
it
then
again.
he will probably have his ulti again.
Yep,
so
we'll take 60 seconds. Yep, so we're basically
Just
4
assume
Wraith
5.
Kings in this fight to come. Okay, assume 5.
Add 1 more for extra measure. You know.
Okay. Okay.
Could easily be 5 Wraith Kings in
Okay.
next fight.
Beautiful. Wonderful.
That's assuming he has time to pick up his refresher, though.
We should witness this landmark moment. If you watch Mushi now on the bottom lane, ignore the push on top lane. That's nothing. We're about to hit the moment. Like, we are now 24 CS away from Mushi hitting the full K.
Keep going, Mushi. Make me proud.
This is what it's about.
Balling out of control, Mushi.
Templar Assassin. She's like Scrooge McDuck. Dive into the money pool.
You know, they should just mix Dota with a tower defense where you have this interest rate. If you store up gold, you start getting more and more. Mushi would be balling right now.
The more units you summon, the more you get.
Exactly.
Okay, 5 more. 5 more. We're even in perspective mode to celebrate it. With 2 more, this is it. The Status give their life for a great cause. It's the 1,000.
Woo! Well done.
Congratulations, we shall have a trophy.
Congratulations, you win nothing.
You win a life. You win a life.
I mean...
But all this is going on while IG is still sitting inside their base. You got the greatest farmer in the world over on IG. Burning is only a measly 730 CS.
Hey man, he doesn't have any map control. And this TA now has higher CS than Toby's competitive level.
We have... What? No. Is he actually just making a collection of rapiers and gems?
He's giving rares.
Screw rares.
Mushi is trying to get more fans, okay?
Okay.
He's been getting shit ever since he missed that Queen of Pain ulti. He's trying to make up for it.
I suppose when you got the money, you may as well buy something. But he should have already dropped this.
He should seriously have dropped this Desolator. I'm getting pissed.
Courier, okay, we have a refresher orb in base. We have 2 rapiers. Count them. That's 2 right there, sitting inside base. We've even got the double gems, 1 for each eye.
Good old Undying. This is... I don't know. It doesn't seem Fnatic has any intention of going high ground during this game.
There goes your Aegis. It passed.
Yeah, Aegis is gone.
I just wanted to make sure it was noticed.
Sorry, Crystal Maiden, but hey, you can at least afford a rapier.
No, she could buy a BKB. she could actually buy a BKB and get a full duration ulti off, just like the Witch Doctor.
I honestly think that Fnatic could win so easily if they just went. Looking at the itemization, I've had roughly 40 minutes to study this. I think they can just win.
No, I disagree with you, Waga, on so many different levels here. Wait for IG to come out. Safety first is the name of the game.
It's the starvation game. I think I saw right before this game, Fnatic, they were having some food. They were actually filling their bellies a little bit, and I think that IG are hungry.
There's only one professional game where multiple players had over 1K creep. C9 versus Scary Faces.
So, we're gonna be the next C9 versus Scary Faces. So in roughly 100 minutes more, we'll finish this game.
Beautiful.
Tune in then for the next matchup, which no one cares about.
We'll be back after some short announcements from our sponsors.
This is a PSA. This game will keep lasting.
Brought to you by Siraction Slax's wonderful videos describing every item in the secret shop, and then getting arrested shortly after.
I didn't see anything about this in the TI down low. What the fuck? I got screwed over, dude.
Smoke mover coming in from Fnatic, and well, dude, is this the moment?
It's happening. Okay, get the hype on.
The Observer was down, but it'll be dewarded almost as quickly as it went down. They can see this.
Oh, they
then
killed
again,
the rest.
with the gem over on the CM Shinyo and the Crystal Maiden. They're not actually doing it.
Top lane.
Yeah, it's all distraction. KOXY takes out the tier 3 tower in the top lane. The Rocket's been pushed out, but Johnny's got his back, so Kerchik will be fine. And Wraith King keeps going. He's man-mining up against Burning. Now with the Abyssal Blade #1, but remember, Burning's got one of his own. KOXY will drop. They still haven't taken out the bottom racks. They're giving it a shot. And KOXY, he's almost doing it. He's done it. The melee racks is down the top. He shall give his life for the cause. While on bottom lane, Luo trying to run away from Mushi. The attack is almost enough. Down to 99 HP. Mushi, they force up and wait with a Glimmer Cape. The buybacks come out from Wraith King. He TP'd in towards the mid lane. They cop the Yule Scepter, chasing out the Crystal Maiden. How long can she survive the Ghost Scepter? Not protecting her. She'll drop the gem. And now did Wraith King or anyone come back with any new items?
Wraith
Do they
King
keep
did
going?
Refresh in the base. He used his refresher, TP'd back.
Okay.
They're still pursuing.
Jump out, Faith, Ohio. They get the stop, but now the Death Water as well. Johnny, the great position in the trees.
Oh, the
team, they're trying back out. Burning, Faith, Chuan also low. It all bounces down. Maybe this is the moment, but the buybacks are available. Ferrari beating Crystal Maiden into a pod. We've actually got Luo as well, running away from Mushi. Luo is about to die. The Cogs gonna push him back. Mushi, double burn. He actually needs to be burning to survive this one. Luo on the other side. He's trying to use the side blades to attack Luo inside the tree line. The hook shot out. Meanwhile, Ferrari running away, but Johnny with the base attack kills him off. We're back into the other fight. KYXY burning. He's still got cooldown. Let's it rip, but Mushi, he's got the damage output. Or does he? He's held in position for the moment. They're backing out of here. The Sigil is just watching IG KYXY.
They keep going.
And they go again. Try! Just
Oh, the
explodes!
side blade!
And the side blade popping the Lina into the shards, controlling up. There's no more buybacks available here for IG. Have Fnatic won this on money? It is impossible. Still with 5 heroes alive. Ferrari back to front lines. Mushy down for the count. Now we can buy those rapiers, or at least bring him to the fight. He is actually 1, 2 rapiers in for Mushy. He's on the way, and he's bringing the deeps. Wait for it. Mushy, where is it? There's the head with the side blade. Damage, triple kill, JJ! 97 minutes and 45 roughly seconds will be the victory here for Fnatic over Invictus Gaming, getting a 1-1, 2 draws for TI5.
And there's a new message from the Valve. All observers are now trained in CPR in case they have to cast with Toby, so that he doesn't die after these casts.
Wonderful game. Terrific Dota. More Dota coming up. This is TI5.
Don't go anywhere, guys. See you soon.